comes the news with a twist and a grin. Stephen Allen diving in again.
Britain is in the grip of a vomiting epidemic caused by nauseating TV adverts.
He'll hit your brain like a lightning spark. Stephen Allen,
On slavery,
almost daily,
investigating
laughs and facts, served up plainly.
look at your face.
Your
Like, what
dose
are you
of
going to do with that,
wit,
Steve?
it's never shady. Stephen Allen, almost daily.
Hello and welcome to Stephen Allen Almost Daily. I'm Stephen Allen and it's a day, I think. What more could you possibly want? The nighttime edition, Late Night Steve. Oh yeah. Already, I think I've promised more than I'm going to deliver, but welcome along if you just tuned in. If you've never watched one of these before, I'm Stephen Allen. That much by now you should have got. I mean, it's been quite Steve heavy, which sadly is my nickname, but it's been quite Steve heavy so far on the show, the intro, all of that lark. And I'll be going through the news. You're up to date. And if you'd like to partake in any of this action, you can get in on the chat, youtube.com/at Mr. Stephen Allen, where, boom, the chat's happening over here, this side. Oh. Thursday, if I turn this up, Thursday at the Blue Note Shed. Yay. Is that like the
Blue Note record, got a very special recording for tonight.
that? The
Got a very special recording for Blue Note record. Got a special recording tonight.
have I eaten too much? She's that happened. That was the thing, wasn't it? Before Cantaloupe, but the Wii 3 version.
We got a special recording tonight.
It's none of that, is it? It's not that. Cheese. I've had the cheese. Ems says, ooh, being up this late makes me feel like I'm waiting to listen to Night Owls with Alan Robson. Good times. Is that the one that sounds like this? It's not that one, is it? It's not quite. Steve's dress matches the late night colour scheme, says Proper Memes. Ooh, late night Steve in a dress. Again, I'm really promising more than I deliver. Did you see the clip of Nish Kumar's set in Apollo about right-wing comedy? No wonder BBC cancelled the show. I did not see it, I'm afraid. I never want to badmouth the Apollo. I've made some money from writing for some comedians who've been on there, but I was fully aware of the fact there was never going to be the phone call. There was never going to be the scene in the Apollo office going like, beep, beep, beep. Hello, is that Stephen Allen? What we need right now is a balding middle-aged man. We need one right. How soon can you get here? What? Hello? He doesn't believe. He thought it was a prank call. He hung up. The idiot. Joodle says, "Alas, I cannot watch Nish." I can get you some videos. There's some old stuff, some MASH reports. I think you can still find it. In fact, if you have a crack at it, if you can watch enough. I don't know if it's on the BBC thing, because the BBC, I still, in theory, get paid for repeats. I haven't had a repeat check for a good long while though. Ooh, says Joodles. You're in for it, Ems. Checked shirt. What's happened here? I wonder if his blouse'll be as fancy as that sparkly number. Do you mean Le Blouse Femme? The man shirt. What's wrong with people? Learn another language. Nice. Jazz club. Brits here. Evening peeps. Oh, I'd like to see your evening peeps. Is that rude enough? I made Steve a jazz club jingle. You did. That's true. Oh, I don't think it's loaded in. I've loaded in. Oh, it's been a while since we've gone a deep dive into the other production section. It's not this one, is it?
Happy birthday, here's your...
It's not that one. And that's why you're banned from Tesco's, says Ems. You know, if Tesco start watching that, honestly, every day I go to that local Tesco, if they get whiff of my common punchline, I'm going to get banned from Tesco's. Hi-ho, Kermit. How have I been censored already? I don't know. What did you, something racist, was it? And I've been out to vote for a new Manc mayor. Mad for it. We've already got one. Everyone's got a Manchester mayor now, though. This is... You might think the free economy or the free base economy, the free basing economy is the way forward. We now all have a Manchester mayor. Isn't that truly socialist? Or something like that. I'm not really sure where I was going with that. So if you want to partake in the chat, you can do. Got to get back out of this menu now. Get yourself stuck into... What do I use that for? Get yourself stuck into the chat and let's see what happens here. Greetings all, says Nonstick Nick. Nick's here. Are we all up to date? I think we're doing all right, aren't we? And the problem was not Apollo. It was BBC who booked the comedians. We need a balding middle-aged comedian. Yep. No, we don't. Let me just check. Let me just see if we've got enough already. Oh yeah, no, we've already booked one of those. So it's percentage-wise, I knew I was only ever going to make money by writing for other people. You could ask me of the demographics and immutable characteristics of the people I wrote for, and I would fail to answer, but there we go. Alan says, hi, Steve. Hello, how are you? I'm doing all right, thanks. I'm sorry, I've just been on the phone to the BBC. No, I was the BBC. I can't remember what we've just done in that sketch. What have I pressed? And you're up to date. So, before we go too much further on, let me check my details of front pages. The Jack D's got Steve's quota. Is he bald these days? No, come on. He's still got the head of hair. I have been thinking about getting it filled in. Not get the hairline down here. I'm not even joking. I'm just sick of the fact that, I don't mind. Just a little bit of fuzz is all I like. All I want. And then you go on TV and they put a big light on you that just goes straight through it and just does full head shine. And I don't mind this area. I don't mind me advertising space. At some point I'll get that sponsored. I might get that filled in. Ko-fi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen. Be appreciated. Meanwhile, shall we take a look at the front pages? Front pages. Front pages. Front pages. Although I just see that Brit says Tiny Steve for mayor. Oh, you mean the... Yeah. Although, where is he? Oh, it's Colin. Colin's back today. Like and subscribe while you're here. And there's the football that I was given for Father's Day. More on that story later. But Colin's taken over. Leo Kurz can sort you out with a discount code for the Turkish implanters. Do you know what? I'm tempted. I reckon I could stretch that. I don't spend any money on anything else these days, other than a little Tesco. And I'm getting banned from there soon. So Alex is here. Evening night stream. We all suffer with an evening night stream every now and again. Oh, no, I see what you mean. Thank you. So we're doing the front pages. Let's get stuck into... Oh, that's not what we needed. Let me refresh this one because we've got more front pages coming up. But we definitely know that we have The Independent to start with. Are there any more yet? No. So we start with The Independent. More on these later. But text sent from phone of British woman found dead inside suitcase in Athens. Not going to do a lot with that story, are we? Why isn't Lily Allen up for the Mercury Prize? It feels like you're asking the wrong people. You're the journalist. Why are you asking the readers of The Independent? It's a blog these days, not a newspaper, but do your own work. Here we are. Europe to boycott World Cup in fury over sell-off plans. Yes, all 55 UEFA nations unite in protest at Infantino's bid to seek private investors for a firm founded by the brother of Trump's son-in-law. It's not for sale. I don't care if it's for sale. It's not for sale. And look, I know in the chat we have a lot of people who love the football. And I'm not sure if I could fully deliver the emotional impact this story must have on you, to you, with you, in you, from you, upon you, and other prepositions. Is it a bad thing? Yeah, don't sell off the football like it's already been sold. Don't sponsor the hydration breaks and don't sell off the football. I think it's that the thing. I've decided there's only one way I could do it, and that's to try and express it through music. And that would be, they're trying to sell off football, Infantino and all his crooks. They're trying to sell off football, but I don't give up. Do you know, I can't work out where we go with the end of that. If anyone's got any suggestions. Turned out nice again, hasn't it? Hang on. Infantino sounds childish. Badum-tsh. It's Italian daycare centre for toddlers. Flipping is. Meanwhile, actually, I think have we now done the front pages? It's not like we started the show too early. All right, there'll be more on those later. Charlotte's joined in. Where is it? I saw it there. Mum and daughter are in the chat. Hi, everyone. Hi, daughter. Hi, Mum. Joodles, but no, I've done that one. And right, Keep him. Oh, he's nowadays. Proper meme says he's now known as Leo Course. I'd have that. It's the fine that's the problem, isn't it? The light goes right through it. Colin's a candle. Does he eat cake? Let them eat cake. Honey. See, the mother's here as well. Hello, mother entered first. Don't rearrange these sentences. That was the spin-off from Midnight Caller. Yep. In other news, Channel is up to 1.65 subscribers, which is 10 more than last week. What? With this guff? People are subscribing to my channel. I don't know what for. I play the ukulele, but I only know 3 chords. There's 4 chords in that song. All right. Give me a break. There's no need to be like that. So, now that we've done the front pages, I guess we could go inside the newspapers, but I was thinking of taking a little wee scroll through some of the news stories from the internet, because today's newspapers, they're quite out of date now. So, should we take a little look at some of the things that's happening online? Press the jingle. We didn't make a jingle? What are the flipping point of having jingle? In the Telegraph, this is a worrying story. This is probably going to be front page news on some newspapers when we actually get them. The Suffolk nuclear power plant on alert over wildfire. There's a wildfire in Suffolk, and it's worryingly close to a nuclear power plant. This is what we train for, people. This is the panic. This is the reason we have to worry. Because if there's some sort of explosion at a nuclear power plant going through Suffolk, basically this is how Barry Allen became the Flash, right? Something like that, isn't it? Something to do with chemicals and a nuclear reactor and stuff like that. Next thing you know, he's connected to the Speed Force. We are at risk of making superheroes, and I'm not sure Suffolk is the place we want to have our superheroes. This could be like X-Men. If we're not careful, and we need to be, if this fire gets to the nuclear plant and there's some sort of explosion, some sort of chain reaction could happen, the radiation could impact the DNA of the people in Suffolk, creating effectively X-Men. Mutants, superheroed mutants. We'd be living in a situation where there was something a bit dodgy about the genes of the Suffolk people. Do you know? Carry on. We'll be fine. Yeah, we won't notice, would we? No, I've said it now. I realised I was getting all het up about nothing. I'll be absolutely fine. I don't know why I was worried. Was that left on? All right. Let's have a look. Tiptoe Through the Window by the Window. Thank you, Alex. Macca was nominated for Mercury Music Prize. McAvoy's ruined years by smoking too many joints. No, does he? He doesn't touch meat. Really? Imagine that being a vegan and you're actually still curing your ham. Charlotte says to Alan, I read that as Mackey's and now I'm hungry. Ukulele, says Alex. Chaz loves nuclear with the kiss over it. I'll work that one out later, thanks. Touche says, now everyone's speaking French just because I started doing it. Burning the nuclear plant. Burning down the house. X-Men, like India. Come on. Imagine if you went to the X-Men films and it was just, Bangkok lady. Good. Where's my glasses? Good evening. I don't know about that. Should we take a look at the next one? There's this unsurprising piece of news. Record reoffending after 70,000 prisoners released early. I'm glad I got my glasses on for that one. Let's try and work it out. They released prisoners. So what do we know about prisoners? These are people who have, they've committed some sort of, I don't know what the word would be for it, but they've done a thing and they're the people that you think, let's let them out and see what happens. And it turns out almost a third of those freed under Labour's scheme commit further crimes. Look, it's the Telegraph, it's biased. I'm sure the people released under the Tory version of the scheme also did a bit of dodge. Reoffending has hit record high following the release of more than 70,000 criminals. Almost a third, 31.9. Closer to, feels like you could have done 3 in 10. No, yeah. Maybe it's your bias. Convicted adult criminals reoffended Up from 29. Oh, that would have been 3 in 10. Actually, yeah, that story would have been 3 in 10 criminals reoffended, up from 3 in 10 over the previous. Actually, okay. No, that's not that many. And then what else we got going on the front pages? Oh, actually, proper memes. Thank you for this. Sent a link about a Sydney Sweeney story. Squirrel's not here, but we're gonna have to do the Sydney Sweeney jingle because we're doing Sydney Sweeney news. Do do ba do do, she's Sweeney, she's Sweeney. Do do ba do 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 ba do do ba do do. Sydney Sweeney news, but not from a newspaper today. A link sent to me by Proper Memes. Sweeney's seduction. Sydney Sweeney stuns fans as she flaunts her something dropping cleavage. What do you reckon the word is? You can't see it on the screen, right? Can you see it on the screen? No. Clanger dropping. It's not going to be a clanger dropping cleavage, is it? The kind of cleavage that you're like, going, oh, someone's dropped a nipple on that one. That's not a thing, is it? Something dropping cleavage. Curtain dropping? Panty dropping? No, that wouldn't work. Oh, it could. I can't do it. Oh, hang on. Jaw dropping. In a plunging bra. This is gonna break the internet, says someone. My internet's been fine all day, so sorry, Sydney Sweeney. Looks like you have worse knockers than you thought. Sydney Sweeney has proved yet again that the best model for her lingerie brand is herself. You want your job doing, probably, don't you? In a string of new photos, the actress, 28, flaunts her jaw drop. It said it there. Curves in a plunging bra and pajama set. From Thin. As she added lab-grown diamond stud ear. You don't want to do that. She was wearing earrings. There's the picture, by the way. That's her showing off the earrings. You'd want your money back. I'm sorry. Of course, we can zoom in. I know what this show's like. I suppose there is an earring there. But if that is flaunting the earring, there's only about 3 people who would actually care about. There's only about 3 people who would see an earring in that picture, and 2 of those are Katie Lang. So I don't know why. Even she'd be distracted, if I'm brutally honest. So, no, bad. However, you know what this show's like. Well, this is not a place for titillation. This is not a silly show where we just do jokes about boobs all the time. I care a lot about standards, and that's why we always like to cover Sydney Sweeney up in some sort of protective blue roll ensemble. But I can't. I could put one on now, but you wouldn't see it because it's on the screen. I literally right now can't cover up Sydney Sweeney in blue roll. But thankfully, AI can help with that. I probably burnt off gallons of water in a data center somewhere. Sorry about that, but there you go. That's quite a good blue roll number, isn't it? That's look at those earrings. Now you see the earrings, don't you? You're welcome, earring manufacturer, Brilliant Earth. Send me some free ones, why don't you? Important skill set for camping. Don't know what that is. Missed that. Did someone say Sydney Squirrel's here? Sydney Sweeney. Oh, damn, said Alex. I imagine that's how you were saying it. It's like 4 and 20, but not for blackbirds. Joodle's got it. Des nuts dropping. Brit. Yes, exactly. I don't know what was wrong with the Daily Mail that they didn't get this. It's a des nuts dropping cleavage. Although, Kelvage. Sounds like a bad guy in a Star Wars thing. The Star Trek, of course. Modesty. Thank you, Ems. Of course. That's the correct outfit, isn't it? That. Still a little too revealing, but, you do what you can with AI. You're lucky it didn't put them in a bikini. Obviously, didn't need to. They already were. I think that's Sabrina Carpenter, says Ems. And I do too. And that's what started this whole thing. I cannot tell them apart. Sweeney started many wildfires, says Alan Fox. It's probably a friction thing, I imagine. So it's only indirectly. And that picture caused prisoners' early release. Proper memes, if that is your go-to euphemism of choice when reaching that moment, I feel slightly sorry for any bedroom partners you have. No, I'm going to release the prisoners. They're out on parole. Bloody hell, says Tracy. That's a lovely green shirt. Who did what? Alex says, wow, thank you. Steve's turning Sweeney and Stream blue. No, we're covering it. This is all covered. It's absorbent, but it's still good. What colour was she wearing? Didn't even notice. You're meant to be paying attention to the earring. It's easier to drool with a dropped jaw. Is that how it happens? I wondered why all of these. Now it makes sense now, doesn't it? Sabrina Carpenter keeps the clothes on. She don't. PM, I'm still in prison. You don't ask him to release you early. Good God, this late night thing's not sure it's the best place for us to be working together, is it? This chat and me on a late night stream with no Ofcom. I feel this. It's going to end one of our careers, and there's no way it's yours. Right. What else are we doing? Even Colin is disapproving of that. Here's a candle. Look, up the top there. You can see. He is. You can't really see that, can you? Because that's black and white. It's a deliberately naff black and white camera. There he is. There's. Oh, I didn't move the paddling pool out of the way. He's a little cat. He's a cake. I think he is a cake with a candle on top. The state of that. Good God. What else did we get to? While we're doing the front page. No, we've done the front pages. We're a bit further in. Just this story, actually. Recently we've had a lot of stories about young people not working, the amount of money that is spent, like 25 times the amount of money is spent paying young people not to work than is spent trying to get them into work. Duh. And some people, even when I'm on GB News with Nina, she kind of every so often has a go at young people for being feckless. I think I've got feck. I think I've been, well, I don't really know what it is, but I think I have fecked. No, I think I have an effect. Or an effect. And the problem there is these young'uns, they don't know they're born, do they? They don't have that oomph. It's very easy to criticise young people. Until you see a story like this that makes it far easier than that. A man who was impaled by a hiking pole trekked 10 miles down a mountain. Oh, I don't feel I can go to work today because I'm a bit anxious. Man impaled by hiking pole treks 10 miles down a mountain. Oh, but I feel like I've got some acronyms and I want to... He's got a pole through him and he treks for 10 miles. What could make a 10-mile trek easier? I don't know, maybe if he had a pole. No, he don't, because it's through it. No, I need a duvet day because I don't really... His camping equipment is inside him and he still he went 10 miles. 10 miles, and I had to queue up behind someone who's got a light bulb up their bum because that's what A&E's like. Well, he's going, yeah, no, it's all right. I just easy said than done. You know what I mean? You're up to date. What else have we got on this one? Oh, this story. We're going to mention this. This was on the internet. Zendaya. I've not seen the Spider-Man thing. Is it out yet? I'm going to watch it, of course. I love a bit of Spider-Man. But I just like that picture. Who'd have thought? Even she has to hitchhike. And that's all I've got on that one. Some more of these in a bit. We'll come back to some chats. There's another good story coming up soon. Tom Collins Cake says, proper memes. That's my what 3 words. Kermit says, in my 50s, a necklace is ambitious. More of an anklet if you stand close. What we're talking about? She clears Carpenter in every category, in my opinion. Surely not. Are you saying that Sydney Sweeney is better than Sabrina Carpenter? Firstly, I can't tell the difference. Secondly, I know one of them's a singer. So if we were playing top trumps, singing, one of them would win out, wouldn't she? What kind of cake is he, though? Oh, I know this one. He's a stuffed one. Does that help? You're up to date. Alan says, in the other week, you and Patrick were very quiet when Nina was arguing with a lady journalist. Did you? I don't know what happened with the cameras. I've not watched it back. But there was a bit where Patrick and I were sat there going like, just doing the kind of, oh, look at them. They probably in the gallery didn't cut to it because that would undermine the whole nature of the debate. But it was funny being like, should we just... we did all that. I'm getting a bit thirsty. I bet the hiker was in stitches after the 10-mile hike. Oh! Britt says, Colin's hot stuff. How is it Colin's getting more fans than me? Oh, flipping my career. Beefcake says proper memes. Proper memes. You said beefcake. Do you have some special extrasensory perception? Can you predict the future? Does this stream... I don't really understand buffering, but have you watched what I'm going to do before I've already done it? Because you've just mentioned beefcake. And the next story is M&S shocks shoppers with crotchless underwear range. Hashtag beefcake. The one customer calls retailers bold move. I mean, you don't have to shave. A marmalade dropper moment. No, this is... What do you do? It's because you've opened your jaw. You were halfway making your way through your sandwich there. Marks and Spencer, because remember, I once said Marks and Spencers, and someone said it's singular. So I said Mark and Spencers. Anyway, it got confusing. They now sell crotchless pants. It's kind of one of the main functions of a pant, isn't it? I don't know what I'm doing wrong in life, but isn't that why you buy pants? Mainly for the crotch. I don't quite understand. Why would you not just have no pants? It feels like you've got all of the other bits without the right... It's like having a front of a house but no door. Why would you... Yeah, we really upped the security. What do? We installed another front wall with a 6-foot tall hole in it. Why? It's just sexy. Marks and Spencer, right? They are not just any pants. They are M&S floral lace crotchless thongs. For years, Marks and Spencer has been one of the country's most beloved purveyors of women's undergarments, prioritising supportive lingerie that boosts comfort at high street prices. True. But now you can get yourself the... Hang on, it's selling a bra every 2 seconds. Wowzers. The same one. The returns policy must be a nightmare. And basically, there you go. There's the crotchless pants. I hope these are advertised very clearly, because the kind of people who are buying pants, the ladies' knickers in Marks and Spencer, might also be roughly at the age where they can't quite see boxers very well. You'd see your box if you were wearing... No, it's too much. Do you know what I mean? You can't quite see and be like, oh, what's a crocheted what? Next thing you know, landing flaps to manual. Landing flaps to manual. Tracy says, beef curtains. I didn't even play. The tone has been set. ASMR. I think you look lovely, says, great to see an evening show. Sorry, I'm not up to date. You are. I think that you are up to date. Think my previous comments got blocked. I was mocking the Daily Mail key phrases for their headlines. Plunging, legs for days, etc. What's wrong with legs for days? Are we talking about when a dame walks in? Legs so long, they go on for days. I was measuring length in units of time. It was very confusing. I need to use Einstein's equations to make sense of it. Some said it was a waste of time. I said it was a waste of length. It's all relative. What are we talking about? It's a tanga. Wasn't that some sort of military unit during one of the wars? How do you measure a cup? All right. It would make more sense if they had the big bowl things that you put on a big keyring. What's next? Cupless bras. Yep. I need my blue roll. I made a spillage when I was having a drink. Exactly. They do make cupless bras. No, they do. They do. I believe they're called peephole or something like that, aren't they? Not pee-hole. Pee-hole bras. That's different. A pee-hole pant is a crotchlet. Anyone want to take a trip to M&S? M&S's new S&M. Oh, that's harder than I thought. Brit says M&S's new S&M's range. You try it fast 5 times. Don't do nothing with your bald head under GB New Studio lights. This was what started my late sister's crush on you. She wanted the shine. Wanted to see her face in it, did she? Wow. I don't know. I think because I could still look like a bald man, but not one that's just Ooh, pearl earring. Oh, missed it by that much. Thanks, Kermit. What's next? Cupless egg cups. Exactly. I know it's meant to be sexy, but why would you buy a crotchless pant? The crotch, when they're saying crotch, they mean gusset, don't they? Stop beating around the bush. Oh, yeah. You mean gussetless? Gussetless pant. I feel like it's going to get clipped later and misused. Underwear, you should never sneeze in. Thanks, Britt. You're right. It would be. Well, I'm going to stop with all the things it would be like, but it would be like that, wouldn't it? What else are we going to do? I think I found another one. Did I? Oh, this. Yeah. Well, we're doing stories from the internet today. Police fined £4 million in cash and cocaine after stop and search. I've read the story, and I'm not going to tell you because I think right away the question we're all asking is, who was this person who got stopped and searched? How would one describe he or she? Because if this turns out to be a certain demographic, it's going to be very difficult to complain about stop and search, isn't it? If you find £4 million, it was a driver as well, got pulled over. £4 million and cocaine. I'm amazed they managed to keep up with him. There we go. There's all the. That's a B&M bag for life. It makes me feel less bad about my shopping options when this dude's got £4 million and still B&M bag for life down the bottom. Well, you wouldn't want to waste money down the range, would you? This world. Oh, sorry. I've changed it so that it forgets to automatically cut the. I'll add it to the flipping list. No, I'm getting confused. This way. Ems says, it wasn't me. Shug it. Or Carolina. Oh, dear God, Brit, says Jules. It would make a good COVID mask, though. That's the thing, it wouldn't, would it? Imagine a COVID mask that you could, if you're trying to eat foods. Gusset is not a good word. Despite being the opposite, gussetless is somehow even worse. Pick your side of the fence on this one. Poop or get off the pot, Kermit. Pick a side. It wasn't me. I read that one. It wasn't me. Shug it. It really is a minging word. What, gusset? What's wrong with gusset? People tend to not like the word moist, whereas moist can be nice. A nice, a moist cookie straight out of the oven. A moist towelette. Gusset's never good. You add those two words together, though. Now you're really gross. I think they had a gusset joke in Coupling. Did they? That was a while ago, it's truth. Hi, what Em said. He wasn't. Okay, I'm really circling back to that one. Gussetless crotch was definitely released early from the clink. B&M are wasting food with how hot their stores and everything's going off. Surely all the food in B&M's filled with preservatives and packed that it'll last forever. It's all long life milk in there, isn't it? Groucho Marx was the unknown brother. Sorry, what's it said? I read that wrong. Groucho Marx. One morning, I shot an elephant in my crotchless pants. How he got in my crotchless pants, I'll never know. But the trunk was sticking through. Oh. Sorry, I had this for that. One morning, I shot an elephant in my crotchless pants. How he got in my crotchless pants, I'll never know. Stop with the moist. Well, it's not often I get that request. Difficult second album, says Ems. You can wear a woolly hat like Mike Nesmith from the... Yeah, I could. I always use the worst moist, maybe word, mainly because I know people hate it. Then get involved in the gusset. That is a thing I've heard before. Yes, Ems, there wasn't much road left to walk down, or street. You're up to date. I think we've done that one. And in terms of other stories... I'll pop this on social media, but I'll do it here. Just while we're talking about the bad weather, drought declared across whole of Wales as conditions deteriorate. Just so you know how serious this is. This has impacted an area the size of Wales. You're up to date. Right. So, shall we jump into... No, hang on. What is Steve's P.O. box address for useless gifts? Nuts. I threw the thing I packed all away. We don't keep rubbish in this shed. Stephen Allen, care of GB News, P.O. Box, and then the rest of it. I'll look it up. Now wrong with moist or cloisters. We don't want moist cloisters. Moist cloisters. You get trench foot of the crotch. Of the gusset. Wes? Says Ems. Wes? Moist is bad. Soggy bottom is worse, I'm thinking, says Britt. Still, you're up against the trench foot, aren't you? Or the clench foot. Sabrina, I prefer her relations Richard and Karen Carpenters. True. The point. That was it. Get to the point, Ems says. I think she means the address. Yes. Stephen Allen, care of GB News, The Point, London. It was cancelled, says Proper Memes to Web Squirrel. Web Squirrel says, sending it to the live at the Apollo. Yeah, yeah. That's the fact that it's cancelled is not the reason why that's not my proxy address. What's the point, says Proper Memes. It's a good question. Jump over here. If you've been affected by any of the issues on tonight's show, there's probably a number you can call. Good luck. Meanwhile, it's only just begun. Don't tell me how it ends. I think we all know. Have you been to TFL Lost and Found? What is that in your hand? I thought it looks like Groucho's cigar. It's a... what do you think it is? Here's a quiz on tonight's show. What do you think Steve's holding in his hand? That actually is a better quiz that we should save for a future thing where you don't get to see it. What's in my hand? I'll make a jingle. You're up to date. Shall we jump inside the newspapers? Let's get inside the news. Oh, baby. Sorry, Colin. We've got to move you out of the way. Some serious business needs to be going on. He's in the way. All right, let's do them. We've got some stories that are political, so we don't want to hang around too much. We want to get back into the silliness. But some of the news you might have missed from today's show, from today's news, is this. Zach Polanski, not his real name or his opinions probably, has refused to apologise to Nigel Farage for a mistake over a social media message. Now, look, we talked about this before. I don't want to be the one telling people they can't make jokes. You should be allowed to make jokes that people then go, oh, that's a bit off. And they're allowed to say it's a bit off and you're allowed to do the joke. And I didn't like the joke, but it didn't make me spend a full day singing Making Plans for Nigel, which is a tune. So, right? However, I heard the interview where he said he retweeted it, retracted it, whatever you do, untweeted it. That's not it, is it? And he said, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. And the host, whoever it was it Sophie Ridge or whatever, said, would you apologise to Nigel Farage? And he said, it was a mistake, so I shouldn't have to apologise. Don't say that out loud. I'm spending all of my time trying to teach my 4-year-old when he should apologise. Say sorry to your sister. But I didn't mean to. This green-faced tip face is now... So now, because my son is 4, which means he's right in the demographic for following the Green Party, we'll be like, I don't have to say sorry because it's a mistake. No. If you accidentally stand on your sister, you say sorry. But it was a mistake. Yes, you say sorry for doing mistakes. Them's the rules that my 4-year-old kind of gets. Zach Polanski, not his real name, who doesn't say his age, but that probably wouldn't be real either, doesn't get that. Great. I know we covered this a lot yesterday, but there's more of Chris Philp, who has been doing his thing. Chris Philp there turned up, and the colours in here aren't very good, are they? Because these scissors. Get these scissors out. Come on. I just think I gave him a hard time last time because I was saying, Chris Philp, yeah, he's not really impactful, is he? What is he really going to do to stop people coming across the channel in these mega dingies? And I think it's turning up looking like an absolute nonsense. That put me off turning up. Imagine you went somewhere and the person you met was that bloke wearing that hat and that outfit filming himself. You'd be like, I wanted to come here, but I definitely don't consider wherever you live to be safer for my kids. Sorry, Chris. Friendly fire, like you get from the French. Oh, yeah, this is worth doing. Before we get up to date with more of your comments, I quite like this story. 3% of people think guide dogs are blind, and 4% think that animals can read maps. That story again. We really should not have a system where everyone gets a vote. Come on. These idiots think that animals can read maps, and they get a vote. The guide dog, blind dog thing I kind of understand, because when I was growing up, my dad used to call guide dogs blind dogs. A bloke's got a blind dog. And then you realise, no, well, that would be a dog that's blind. But they do have a good sense of smell, so there is a chance that they'd still be able to get around. And it's very confusing. But then you realise, no, you don't call them blind dogs. It's a guide dog, which then makes it seem like the girl guides. Like, this dog can pitch a tent, not like my tablets. This dog has got a knot tying badge. Why can't I see the badge? Because, of course, dogs wouldn't wear badges. They don't have any clothes to wear them on. And it kind of makes sense. So within its own interior logic, can't fault them for it. Do you know what? Keep voting. You absolute bunch of idiots. Lol, Brit. I missed one by Brit. What's happened here? Hang on. I think you look lovely's chimed in again. I've seen grunge brand Gussitless at the... yes, in Nottingham. The old Salutation pub. I used to go down Rock City. Is that still a thing? I saw Extreme in Rock City. Oh, I used to know the chords to do. Saying I love you is not the words I want to hear from you. That's not it. Gusset, says Alan. I hope that's spelt right. Must be a nightmare for women giving birth. Well, no, because if you're giving birth, you go to M&S and you buy gussetless undergarments. And the baby just straight through. Honestly, I don't know why they even go on about it. It's a petrified cigar from the 1930s. Yeah. It's Colin's tickling stick. Yeah. Do you know what? So far, this all checks out. It's only just begun. No, it's not one of those. He's forgotten what TFL Lost and Found has a plethora of, hasn't he? Well, I've not been down there recently, and I tell you what, I've never lost on public transport. Are you talking about items for grown-up pleasure? I'd never lose mine. I've lost some umbrellas, but I'll tell you where I shove those love eggs. They ain't coming out on the central line. Lol, Brit. The double standards that he hasn't. He's just claimed them all. Yes. And I tell you who taught me how to smuggle them. Dave Poulden. That's him, isn't it? If Nigel Farage did that, Ed Davey would have had a heart attack. I don't know. I think he does extreme sports, that Ed Davey. He's never not going down a log flume. Sorry, but your sons stole her dream book, and you should apologise forever. Yeah. Also, I did ruin Star Wars for my son, and I apologise, and that was by accident. Yes, but if you ran someone over, it probably wasn't on purpose, but you should probably apologise. He's doing the never apologise, but do slightly explain routine. Never apologise. Slightly explain. Backwards baseball cap is so offensive. It's a dumpable offence. You know what I mean? Someone dressed like that. My sister used to like Shaggy Tune. It wasn't me. Oh, honestly, I should have. It's a shame I didn't meet her, because I can do the Shaggy. It wasn't me. Should have loved that. Who messed up the cooking? It wasn't me. I should use that more in life. It's a good point. If squirrels could read maps, then we wouldn't forget where we'd buried our nuts, and that is why you need a desk nut holder or something. I can't remember what we're doing anymore. Squirrel says to Charlotte, no, it was starting fights with monsters who don't put their trolleys back, especially the pensioners and disabled. Russell Quirk and Darren Grimes wore T-shirts with a response. I saw it, yeah, Making Plans. It's a good tune. Shabba. No, that's the other one, isn't it? Hit me. Meanwhile, God, it's going to be a long show today. The lack of momentum I'm ploughing through this. Oh, I'll mention this just because I do enjoy when this story keeps coming back round. Wrong one. Anti-tourism zealots have vowed to collapse the streets of Majorca in the capital city this weekend. And can we zoom in more? Where's the one that zooms in? This one. They've literally been going around spraying tourists go home. And tourists do go home. That's the definition of a tourist. You're thinking of people who migrate there. Them's the ones who don't go home. Tourists, they're there for a fortnight, mate. I know we all look the same to you, but you don't realise it's different Brits, just in different week. Not Brits. I mean, she might go, I don't know. But what? Mr. Loverman Shabba. Shabba. That and slow walkers are not for me. Slow walkers. Why is it that slow walkers all have to walk in one big fat line so they can keep their dumbass conversation? I said to me, she said, I never said I did. I said, no. And they're walking about 3 miles an hour. You can't get around. Or it's one of them with a bit of lateral drift. I still say, if you're a slow walker and you're not walking, if you've got any, we can resolve the vectors to work out whether you've got lateral drift or not. And if you have, I should be allowed to come up to you and... But apparently the police differ in their opinion. No frills airline. A man on his stag do dresses as a gimp to collect rubbish from surprised passengers on his... Yeah, surprised. Terrified, more like. I thought snakes on a plane would be bad. He's probably got his out. Groomed to be, clad head to toe in latex, carried an orange bin bag on EasyJet. Truth. I do not like this. I do not like this. I will say no to this. If you're on a plane and you see one of them walking towards you, I would say no, thank you very much. Because one thing that could really ruin the speed with which you will be flying is drag. Well, sorry. Thought it was better than that. We'll plow on it. We'll get a bit of distance covered. Yeah, that one might take a while. This one's quite good. Maybe I should have done the other dog story. There's a dog. 16 sniffs for best walkies. A dog's dream walk would last an hour and 7 minutes, according to its owners. No one's asking the dog for some reason. It would also include 16 sniffing opportunities, some water to splash in, according to a survey by Animal Friends Pet Insurance. This is people doing surveys who wouldn't even be good at small talk. How long's your dog like walking for then? What? I don't know, just over an hour. Oh, how long over an hour? Like, exactly. I don't know, like an hour and 15, and they average it out. Oh, this other guy said it would be about an hour and just an hour. So I will average that down. And how many times does your dog like sniffing? How many times does a dog like sniffing? Although, I think 4. That's about the right amount, isn't it? 4 sniffs seems like a normal thing. 16 sniffs, what's wrong with you? You got some issues. It's the same rule when I used to go trying to pull in the nightclubs. This actually, while we are doing a bit of Bluefoot Dads, oh yeah, get rid of that book. Put that over there. Blue Moon. You saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. No, I don't know that. Saucy Playboy pictures taken to the moon have fetched £314,000. Am I the only one who didn't know that this happened? They were sold alongside a space hammer that went for a bit more, understandably, right? The American, but became the 4th person. So this is Apollo 12. They didn't make a film of it, and I'm not surprised why. It'd be flipping certificate 18. The American Alan Beans items, means Heinz, was the 4th person to walk on the moon. Imagine, just goes to show how terrible we are It's only 4 people. And the next thing you know, we're having to take porn with us. How are you bored already of going to the moon? I'm going to the moon. Oh, what? Apollo 11's lander. You're Apollo 12. Wow, you're the second one to go to the moon. Wow. What are you going to do up there? Just like look out the window and be like so amazed at what it's like to actually see the Earth from beyond the Earth, to look back and see all of humanity contained in one sphere, how preciously thin the small part of this existence in this entire universe it is that we can live in. Now I'll probably take some porn. Right. I mean, fair play. No, it's all right, that, isn't it? It's she sat on that chair wrong. What was it in the 60s that women just could not sit on chairs? What's wrong with you? Yep. So there you go. Apparently I did not know that. Did you know that people took porn to the moon? That's terrible, isn't it? What's going on up here? Blue moon gags.
You saw me standing alone.
Full moon in the mags. Moonlighting. Some walk. No, didn't learn it. M's out lurked there. What happened here? Have I missed some lurking? What's happened with the lurking? Come on, Steve, own up. That was you on the flight, wasn't it? As if I'm going around tidying up. P-mall. P-mails, says Ems. I've missed the joke, but I like it. Was he gussitless? I bet he flipping was. He looked like the kind who goes down M&S. In Australia, they have winter and their summer. Yeah, it's the other way around, isn't it? Fair enough. Well, so down under, it's summer is cold. Okay, so they have a very hot a very hot Christmas, which is why they should wear the gussitless M&S things. Mobility scooters, says Britt, are very good at mowing down slow walkers. Amusingly, being very slow walkers themselves. Can I hire you to do a hit? How long would it take you to get here? I was saying you I'll drop a pin. The person you don't want to be on that plane, the gambler singing "Luck Be a Lady Tonight." Oof, yeah. Luck, don't know it. I know what they could sniff. Claudia Sniffer. Rock City, still going strong. So Ugly Kid Joe, and loads of others. Hang on. No original members. I love it when they do that. Extreme, get the funk out. If you don't like, don't know. Charlotte says to Britt, love it. I find as well, if you cough really loudly behind them, the slow walkers soon move over. Well, I bet they did during the pandemic. Whoa, hey, that's how you get them out of there. Thanks, Ems, who sent a membership gift. So now life with PHP 1739. It's going to see what happens in the private member section. Hey, Blue Moon gags, that is what happens.
You saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart.
Why aren't we doing Noel Coward parodies? I feel like we should. Men, honestly. What? That sorts the Mile High Club out much hype. Oof. Don't liquids float around in 0G? Says Justin. You're right. Oh, dearie me. Also, worryingly, there is Newton's third law. Would that not be the one that would worry you? You're right. If you did take some gentleman's relish up there and partook, yes, there is you see them like the globules of water floating off. But for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So at the moment of, then force equals mass times acceleration has got to be equal in both directions. So whatever that way, you fly off this way with the same resultant momentum. Now, your mass is far greater unless you've been really taking the vitamins. But still, it just means that your speed will be far slower. You will just go, oh no. They're like, he's done it again. Look at him as he flies backwards. Sorry. Justin's taken a break from word wipe. Steve, never been on a plane with a gambler that might sing Luck Be a Lady Tonight. I'll try not to. I don't try to, really. Paddy Roberts parody is the thing you need. Ems, is it? Of what? Are people too scared to parody Noel Coward?
Yes. I believe so.
Follow me by parody. All right. Oh, well, I'm busy right now. Nick, please don't. You'll set Steve off. Oh, it's not Noel Coward. It's Arthur Askey. Oh, what a glorious thing to be, a healthy grown-up busy bee, whiling away the passing hours, pinching all the pollen from the cauliflowers. I'd like to be Mags in space and gentleman's relish with a side of beef curtains. Well, thank you, Tracy. I think you've cured us all for a minute there. It's almost the other way around, isn't it? Beef curtains with a side of... Well, let's... What? Oh, I'll quickly mention this one. The infamous Tiger King Joe Exotic is selling his music to pay off his legal bills. You can do that? Because if you'd like any of the music from Spotify, including I'm Tired by Stephen Allen, First Album Poor by Stephen Allen, and the not hit song, the other one that I put on there, by Stephen Allen, then go there. You can buy the whole back catalogue if you want. I'll sell you the rights. Ruben's here. Greetings, Steve and chat. I fell asleep. You've missed nothing. Songs for Gay Dogs is a wonderful album. I'm reading these in backwards order again. Get your fingers away from that keyboard. I don't know. It keeps them safe. So I don't want to do a rant of the day. We're having such a fun thing, but social media addicts are grumpier and more stressed than people who curb their scrolling. Research? Do you mean? We need a new section that is just according to. They were found to be more likely to let day-to-day parts of their lives fall by the wayside. Yeah. I mean, firstly, you could take out social media from that sentence, couldn't it? Addicts are grumpier and more stressed than people who aren't them, according to... But yeah, of course it is. Social media is this is what bothers me. We all know that on Instagram, people they curate their life. Their life looks better. They have a better time. No one takes a picture of themselves halfway through a row or being stressed. Or like me saying to my 4-year-old, no, you apologize because you accidentally stood on her. Because you don't stand on people and not apologize. If I have to... I don't take a picture of that and post that to Instagram going, oh, look, I'm having a terrible day. People only post their best days, and we all know this, and yet people still compare themselves. I go, oh, I feel like I'm not... Do you really feel like the problem is social media, or is it just another reason to moan?
Daily rant.
Thank you. I feel better now. Brit, I've got a story for you. Don't go anywhere. Golden egg up for sale. I think we found some common ground. I'm more of a cream egg, you're more of a mini egg. But I think we both have a slice of this. A rare solid gold egg could fetch £20,000 when it's auctioned this week. The 253-gram, bit much for you, Brit, isn't it? I could handle that in a cream egg, but it's too big for you. 8-centimetre tall prize was one of just 12 created by Cadbury's 1983 Conundrum Treasure Hunt, known as Cuckoo Cuckoo. What? Did I sleep through this? How have I had a fever dream tonight about... And yet, did that happen? Wasn't that the plot to Willy Wonka? What? So you could go and find golden eggs, and they were actually solid. This is what's wrong with life, right? Cadbury, if that is their real name, make a golden egg, and it's solid all the way through. And yet you buy one of their chocolate ones, and it's this thin piece of absolute weak piece of chocolate, mainly air. Winding me right up. Yeah, we can do this one. A woman just turned 103 has put her longevity down to eating Whatsits and Quavers crisps. Nah. You're wrong. Margaret Campbell also reckons her love of dogs has kept her going. Nah, it's not that, is it? Celebrating her birthday at Golf Hill Care Home, Glasgow, she said, "Hey, that hey, by the way. I was being weird. No, that's a different sketch. It's true my diet of Wotsits and Quavers is the... Well, I see what's happened here. I was going to say, you've got survivor bias. You find that people who are 103, ask them what they eat, and then think, oh, look, the key to living long is eating what they eat. You are miscounting all of the people who ate Quavers and Wotsits and died in their early 30s because they were eating Quavers and Wotsits. So you discount all the dead uns and go, I tell you what, there's something in this Wotsit and Quaver lark. No, there's not. No, there's not. There's something in this liking dogs. How many people who like dogs do you think die young? If you like the wrong dog, you do. But of course, this is Scotland we're talking about. And actually, if she does that instead of the drugs. Oh, no, I see. In comparison, that is quite a healthy diet. No, I take it all back. It's one of the 5 a day. I went early on the rant of the day, actually. So we'll do some chat, and then I've got my actual rant of the day to do. Steve, you're not as bad as Mike Reed on Saturday Superstore. He always got his poxy guitar out. And, well, hang on. We've not even plugged that in yet. I do have plans. I've got the, you've seen it in the videos. I've got a guitar. Golden up where? That better not be another crotchless story. Well, you would be eventually, wouldn't you? Wear and tear. Dorset, I wouldn't recommend it. Crotchless eggs. I'd be more worried about an egg with a crotch. Ems, don't worry, I didn't tune it. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone. Who'd have thought they'd be the same course? In 103 in Glasgow, where the average age is 32, it's not, is it? And I don't know why we're falling for it. It's like the goldfish thing. Whoever it was died in their 50s and got replaced by another one who looked the same. Iron brew, says Brit, coloured snacks equals long life. I'm not convinced. Eat your greens. That's just crisps that's gone off up there. FFS, how am I still alive, says Ems. I love crisps and dogs. Was that a Deacon Blue song? It went like this, didn't it? I love dogs. I also like crisps. No, that wasn't it. Don't swallow, says Tracy to Ruben. First, couldn't find it because it's impossible. Tune. Or this one. I like dogs. I also like crisps. Crisps is harder to rhyme with than dogs, isn't it? Martin says, hi, am I late? You've missed nothing. Surprisingly out of tune, isn't it? Before we go... Oh, no, sorry. No, I want to mention this one. Quickly, because it's my new thing. Half of all e-bikes jumping red lights. E-bike riders are increasingly ignoring red lights, with more than a half failing to stop. And the reason this is my new campaign, as I go from where I park at St Mary's Terrace, wherever it is, to walk into The Point in Paddington, the GB News studios, you have to cross the thing with some lights. And I wait until they go red. And twice, when I've been going in to do Free Speech Nation, some e-bike absolute has just carried on. And one of them, the light goes red, and they just clearly were not going to stop, and they zoomed on, and I crossed, and I was just like, oh, I just wish I could chase after them and just, oh. I think I dealt with it well. But then the next time I did it, there was a couple coming up, and the lights changed, the cars were stopping, and these two on the bike, and the woman just said, stop. This is why it's good that we don't have handguns. And I would also not be able to aim, but good God, no. You stop. That's what the thing means. The big light thing that I pressed. So now I've realised if it doesn't look like you're going to cross because you see someone carrying on, they carry on. I need to work out how to do the fake out. I need to make it look like I'm going. So they go, and then fall over and crash and break something. And that was my rant. If you listen to, did I do it in the podcast? I definitely did it on the All Hit Radio show. Since then, I went into GB News. And last night, I was crossing the road and there was a bike coming and the light started to go. I was like, this is my moment. This is my moment. That's not the song, is it? This is going to happen. And they were coming up and I was like, yeah, I've got to do the fake out. So I started to go and just really slowly got in the way and they slowed down and then went round. So I still didn't make them stop, but at least I found a way that they did. If anyone ever just says stop to me again, I will hunt you down. I have a unique set of skills. I will hunt you down. And all the rest of that. So there you go. Ooh. Must be the ukulele. That's true. Steve's strumming. I think I remember him. Oh. Sensations. Thanks. I was a member of them. I had cyclists run me down before. I don't want that. But I want to do the fake out where they think they have to slam on the brakes. Steve doesn't need a reason to strum. No training, no consequences, e-bikes. Yeah, this is why you just need to... Apparently, says Ruben to Tracy, it's just gone into administration. So we won't make it any longer. Who's done what with them making what? My strumming's gone into administration. Fergus and Allen sings the Blue Moons in bars of 12 or less. The Blue Moon. Stay safe, Steve, crossing traffic lights. Only one of you, national treasure. There's many of me, but I will be staying safe. Steve needs a road crossing taser. Oh, we're in the merch store. Come on, that's got to happen. I'll stop and moan you down. You will. Sainsbury's still stock it. Who's done what with? Oh, Gentleman's Relish. Was that it? R.I.P. Luca at the Apollo. As in, like, my name is Luca. I live on the second floor. You might have heard a few things, but I have been booked by the Apollo because of their booking policy. I think I'll pass, says Tracy. I think I'll pass. Just put the umbrella between the rear tyre spokes, like Indiana Jones. Like Indiana Jones. Well, that's been fun. Before we head off, I'd like to, if you don't mind, invite you to play a little game that I like to call...
Temu shopping with Steve and Alan. Join the fun, shop with everyone.
That's right. You can support this show by going to ko-fi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen and throwing £1 or £2 in its general direction. And I know you're thinking, Steve, what will you do with that money? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'll be buying some of the things that Temu recommends in the app. It's known me for a while and I've wasted my time on there for a good long amount of time. So what has it been suggesting for me? Would it be this pure copper bottle to drink water in? Do you like water but love that authentic taste of copper poisoning? Then you'll love this pure copper bottle. All I want is a proper cup of coffee made in a proper copper coffee pot. I may be off my job, but I want a proper cup of coffee in a proper cup of coffee pot. Tin coffee pots, iron coffee pots, they're no good to me. If I can't have a proper cup of coffee in a proper cup of coffee pot, I'll have a cup of tea. But I don't want water. Or would it be... I can't believe I got through that. Yeah. This. Gross. A fake spider thing to put in places to really wig people out. Why wait for actual spiders, because there are loads of those, when you could buy this fake spider thing? But actually I realised I'm the one in the house who gets called. Like all of them now. They'll be like, Dad. Oh, they don't all say that. That'd be weird. But they call for me if there's a spider around and I have to do whatever I do to spiders. Negotiate. But if I start leaving that around, then all of a sudden they'll be owing me more favours. So actually that one's not a bad one. How much is it? £4 or something? Right. Or would it be how to argue with a racist? Do they know what I do for a living? Like I need help with that. Or this one, actually, fair play. Fair play. That, I mean, it's kind of an insult that the algorithm thinks I need things that joke about how old and decrepit I am. But actually, fair play. Yeah. Or would it be this? Now, what? It's tablets called Girth. Be careful. If they do work, you gotta know your dosage. Because if there's one thing you don't want to overdo it on, you overdo it on the length all you like, you'll be famous. Overdo it on the girth, and you end up being, I believe the technical phrase is a chode. And that no one wants that. Why have they put the measurements of the bottle? This app is worrying me. It's because I joked last time about the prostate ones. I'm not shoving that up there, and they've told me how wide it is. It's got a diameter of 6 centimeters. Or would I want to buy these sleep gummies? Can I just say, the algorithm thinks I want to buy things that knock you to sleep that are shaped like toys in the shape. sweets in the shape of koalas. What kind of a sicko is doing? Oh, I've got my knockout drugs. Shaped like little kiddies' sweets. No! You bunch of... Or would it be this? A waterproof mattress protector. What has happened in my algorithm that it thinks I need this? Does Temu think I need a waterproof mattress because I'm that? I've been using a lot of that. Or that? That's the worry. There's no way to find out. The algorithm never tells you. Or would it be this? I like that. This is interesting. Why not have your car number plate on your keyring so if someone nicks your keys, they don't have to walk around the car park pressing the button trying to work out which car they've just nicked. You've told them. Really a time-saving thing there for a lot of people. And that's all the options, things that I might be trying to buy. Thank you very much for Joodles, who's dropped £4.99. I'll take the negotiation spider, please. Thank you. There is a strong chance I'll be buying that just to leave it around. Oh, Dad. Oh, looks like you need to go and apologise to your sister, otherwise I'm not helping you get out from under this. Oswald Copplepot, says Kermit in the chat for some reason. Penguin, thank you. Yeah. If you take girth, was it Jode? Is that the thing? If you take the girth tabs too slowly, you'll end up with love handles. Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere, says Ems. We're going to try sleep gummies for the Duracell bunny. We have a 4-year-old. You can't drug them, can you? Is that not a law? I think it should be a law. What was the penguin's real name? Yes, Oswald Copplepot. Thank you. You lunatic. Thank you. I don't know what your problem is. Has anyone guessed what this is? Has anyone guessed what this is yet? I just ordered one Temu. Steve, once you hit a certain age, the waterproof covers will come in handy. It's probably right. You're probably right. Travel toothbrush holder. How do you travel with your toothbrush without one? Weirdos. It's magnesium and something, not drugs. Which one? Oh, the knocking them out one. 50 sugar-free. Yeah, you wouldn't want to give them sugar, would you? Let's go back in. I'll fix that. Hybrid health. No, it feels weird. And do you want to find out what's in the girth tablets? Contains... Yeah, elderberry. That's definitely the thing. That'll do it. The number of times, around this time of year, actually, whenever I go for a walk, I went for about an hour's walk with my lad today, and we did see some elderberry trees, and we stopped to pick a few berries, and now... No, it's not. It's because I've not had the Tribulus terrestris. I think I just cast a spell in Harry Potter. Well, there we go. We're up to date. Good evening. It's a chopstick holder. No, it's definitely a toothbrush. It's not a penguin. It's a puffin. Thank you very much for partaking. As we say, go to, I'd still at Joodles, thank you. I don't really know how it works, but somehow YouTube is a thing where the money can go on there. There's also, bodybuilders have been taking Tribulus for decades, have they? And how tree-like is their bullus right now? Ageism. No, it was magnesium. I think it's an anagram. What is this? Time for a King Edward. This is brilliant. So if your car is stolen, the number plate keyring makes it slightly easier for the thief to find your car. Exactly. Time-saving devices is what we're into here. Butt plugs. I feel that's going to be clipped badly as well. I like the late night ones, but it's not very well planned, is it? Made a plan.
Here are the plugs where you can see Steve and Helen all this week.
So, hello, I'm Stephen Allen, and this week here are some of the places you could be seeing me. I will be butt plugs. Tomorrow, UK Live at 10:30. 11:30. I know what you're thinking. Why can't you do a live stream tomorrow at 12? Because you're looking after the kids. Just the one kid. Well, I've been asked to do a very short spot on UK Live, which I can do with the lad just having his lunch out there. Because I've got the camera set up, so you don't need to know that. I'll be on UK Live, a little chat with Mark Littlewood, and I think Paul Cox is on there as well. And then on Saturday, because I can't do an almost daily stream tomorrow, I'm going to try and find a time to do it on Saturday. I missed a Saturday night. It depends whether I get a gig or not. Then on Sunday, GB News, 6 a.m., which means there shouldn't be any mother-f***ing cyclists around as I try and walk across the thing on the way there. If they do, I'd taser their spokes. Monday, I'm in Leamington Spa as well, just doing some new material and a little comedy night there. And you're up to date. Yeah. Oh, I thought we were going to get to do that. So, thank you very much. This jingle randomly enters my mind throughout the week. It's good, isn't it? Elderberry wine. That'll explain why you are so hyper. Yeah. Explains how I get the corks in. You should have a rant, Martin. What's Martin had to go about? Plugs. What's before that? Joodles. It's an outrage. I've missed it. I've got to go further back. A lot of stuff has been chat disconnected. No, you don't need to know about that. Any early indications from Manchester mayor elections, anyone? No. Are we doing Saturday? Yes, I think we've got to do some sort of Saturday. We'll try and do an early one. It's you hang on, chalk pocket brush. You're suffering too much for my art. We'll try and do an easier one so you don't have to stay up too late. Teasing with the toothbrush. Well, there's a spin-off show I don't think we're going to do. Elderly Berries. Britt, Elderly Berries will be the follow-up mug that I give you after the desk nuts. They'll reach lower than the desk. And basically, we're done. Thank you very much for watching. This has been... I've enjoyed the late night ones. Hopefully you have as well. Thank you for giving some of your time. Tomorrow we can't do one. Saturday, get involved in the Discord server and also just find me on social media at Mr. Stephen Allen. We'll make a plan. We'll come up with a plan to do something live and loose and Saturday-ish. We've never done one on a Saturday before, so that'll be quite fun. And I'm only free in the afternoon, evening, or at the moment I don't have a gig, but I'll try and pick one up. So thank you for watching. And until next time, bye.
Here comes the news with a twist and a grin. Stephen Allen diving in again.
Britain is in the grip of a vomiting epidemic.
we sure?
Nauseating TV adverts
He'll hit your
are
brain
being
like
with
a
the Scottish
lightning
Church of England
spark.
spending £100
Stephen
million
Allen,
on slavery in their
almost
lives,
daily.
investigating modern
Laughs
science
and
and
facts
maybe I don't.
served out
It's literally
plainly.
incredible. You look at your face
Your
like, what are you
dose
going to do
of
with that,
wit,
Steve?
it's
Not a lot.
never shady. Stephen Allen, almost daily.
The Discord link is in the YouTube description. I'm off to do something and get a prescription for me ukulele.